Hey everyone, it's Thursday, January 3rd, 2013, and we're off and running this year. I'm making a video today primarily to take care of some initial business regarding my next vinyl release, excuse me, which I'm very happy to be doing. As much as I am a record collector, one of my biggest dreams has always been to make records, which I have been doing for a while, but the experience doesn't get old. It's still very thrilling, still very fulfilling. And so receiving the latest test pressing of my next release has, it's still a thrill. It's still a thrill, okay? So I want to give you information on pre-orders. Sonospheres. This is a mock-up of the cover. It will look like this, except this is a copy of the artwork done on my copier at home. I'm thinking the copy, when I get it done professionally, will be probably just a little better. But Sonospheres. I want to try to explain what I'm doing with this record, okay? When I announced on Facebook yesterday that I got my test pressings, my good friend Carl Nolan asked, limited pressing? What? This is what's going on, Carl. There's a method to my madness, okay? Due to the way that I have started to release records under my own power, thanks to the VC, it's been a mix of my songs and my sound work. And those can be two completely different audiences, and I think they are. I can't say that I am more inclined to do one more than the other. Personally, when I'm here at home making music, what strikes my fancy is what I do. But the reason why I'm starting with only 100 copies of this record is because I don't know who's going to buy it. I'm not sure of the response, although already I'm surprised. I'll get to that in a second. So, because I'm working with a low overhead, which is the money that's in the record making stays in the record making. On Dereck 3 and Dereck 2, as I made a bit of profit, I put some of that in my regular account to live on, okay? Okay, so what I'm saying is this. This record, the year 2012 was pretty much a success for me, but dealing with Team Love on the Indreama really put the squeeze on what profit we could make. And so it's not that I'm looking at this as a profit maker, but I'm being more realistic about doing good business, which is, number one, this is a limited edition release, okay? There's only 100 copies of it. The process involved here is more labor intensive than my other records, which is, when I ordered this, I thought I read everything well, but I did not read the fact that I don't get outer covers for the records. They're just coming in white sleeves. So I had to order the white blank sleeves separately. Another cost I wasn't planning on, okay? First thing, all right? Then the way that I'm doing this is I'm copying the artwork at a Kinko's or whatever, and then I'll be pasting it on each one individually, okay? 100 copies, that's a lot of work for me, okay? I do this all myself, I don't have any helpers. So even without that, I'm charging $25 per record, whereas my other records were $15. That's a $10 jump. I don't expect that to be permanent unless, we'll see, okay? But this is only 100. The music alone is worth the 25, it is. But with all the work that I'm putting into it, I need to see a return so I can keep doing this, folks, all right? Part of me has been, as it turns out, in a way has been foolish trying to buck against the the way that money works. I hate it, but I can't really change it, you know, and I need money to operate, okay? And so I do know that raising the price on this from 15 for my last album to 25 for this is going to make some people groan. I think I need to do it. And so I'm doing it. These are 25 bucks a piece. I've already put up the notice on my blog site, website, whatever. I'll put the link below. Yesterday, I was pleased at the comments. And so I took the initiative to send people yesterday who said that they were interested right away. I went ahead and told them, hey, I'm going to go ahead and announce pre-orders. So if you want, I'm giving you a head start because I'm going to number these. And, you know, I number them in the order that I get the orders. I got orders, folks. It's already selling, okay? I'm not making this up. I was like, okay. So to get back to what I was originally explaining to you, Carl, is I'm still finding out who my real audience is. You know what I'm saying? As a result of Make Believe Studios setting up their own pressing plant here in Omaha, if Sonospheres, if there's a demand beyond 100 copies, I'm going to be able to press it up easier than before, okay? I'm excited about that possibility, okay? So that's part of the other reasoning behind the limited edition. I don't have the overhead to press larger numbers right now, and I'm also trying to really gauge who, because I don't know. My other two records were a combination of my songs and ambience. We'll see who wants to buy this. Now, I've already gotten some nice critical feedback from friends. And a couple folks have said already, your ambient work is your best. I appreciate that. Yeah, my songs are mainly for me, but, you know, I gotta say that I know my songs are good too. But even Nick of Indreama, he is not much into my songs, which is why Indreama doesn't do my music, but he likes my sound work. He's very honest about that. And that's fine with me, you know. So I'm trying to find out, is that really the audience that's going to buy my music? So we'll see, okay? I'm listening to Nobukazu Takemura in the background. You may not be able to hear it. At the end of the video, before I go here, I'm going to play you one more piece from this. Shameless self-promotion. I'm just... The sonic experience of hearing your music spinning on a disc is nothing like playing a fucking CD. Nothing. This is divine. This is just, it's so cool to hear your music and turn around and look and see a record spinning. That eternally thrills me. I'm such a nerd, ain't I? Okay, I think I've given you the info. Oh, a couple more things to try to beat people to the punch, okay? So, since I'm not going with Pirates Press, these are not going to be a 180 gram. But I'm real pleased with the pressing. Matter of fact, these test pressings are a little quieter than the pirate pressing test presses, to be honest. So I'm pleased with that, okay? The records are not going to come in polyvinyl inner sleeve. They're going to be paper, okay? I can't afford it, all right? What I do intend to do, like Dereck 3, though, is to put something extra in each record. One of the things that I'll be doing is, for sure, be putting, in some of the records, I'll be putting in extra labels. When I had this 45 done, Dino Felipe and myself, through United Records, they just automatically, no matter how much you order, they automatically print up 1,000 of the labels. And so, of course, since I bought it, they're mine, so they send me the extras. So I'll be putting some of these in some of the records, but I'm looking around to see what else I can throw in to just personalize it. You know what I'm saying? I know people like that. Okay. I'm trying to make it my best to make it worth your while to spend your money on me. Okay. Other than that, musically, I'm going to be making a video either today or tomorrow dedicated to helping a professional friend of mine by the name of Ellis Clark, who I work with him when I work in Chicago. I showed his old record Epicycle recently. These were a couple of his CDs, Epicycle. But he's mounting a campaign to raise money to put out a vinyl of his next record. And I'll make a video where I talk more. I told him, because he's a friend, and that's the number one thing. He's a friend. I will not do this anonymously, because I've had people approach me hoping that I'll promote their products. No, I do it when I want to, and I want to mainly when there's a personal connection, and also if I like you. And so I'm gonna do a video spreading the word on Ellis Clark trying to raise money for his next record project. Just like with Billy Creone, I see that Rob Daddy Paniques, that you bought Billy's CD. Awesome. I'm glad. I want to support and promote other artists. I need to be honest about it. I didn't buy it because there ain't no way I'm going to listen to Debbie Gibson, you know. No offense. You can dig that, right, Billy? You can tell from my videos that ain't my style at all. But I want you to be successful in what you do. But I'm not independently wealthy, so I don't have the money to give just to give. I know you'll get money. People will respond. A few videos ago, I was lamenting that I couldn't find my Brain Worlds record. I finally found it misfiled in Nectar, of all places. How did that happen? But this happens to me. Brain Worlds is my friend Mason Brown from Atlanta, Georgia. He is in the band Hollow Stars, as well as his solo project, Brain Worlds. Brain Worlds is part of the Indreama album. He does his Brain Worlds Frippertronics thing on, I forget the name of the track. Is it Loop Hopper? The end of Loop Hopper. Mason is fucking badass. I'm so glad I found this and listened to it. Nice pressing because it's very quiet. God, this is good. I haven't even listened to the plosive side yet because the Brain Worlds is so good. Heliopause is the name of his track. I guess I'm promoting him, but it's honest. This shit is good. Now, I keep saying at some point I want to try to do some collaborations, but I kind of hardly get around to it because it's just easier for me to do things myself. But Mason, if you watch this, besides what we did in Indreama, I can see some Brain Worlds, Dereck action on a collaboration. I don't know how and when it'll happen. So I was happy I found my Brain Worlds. Wonderful. I haven't bought any records yet this year. And the last record I bought from my friend Frank. Frank was in town for the holidays from Spokane, Washington. And for a minute we thought we would make a video. And he brought over some records with that in mind. But we ended up getting too stoned to do with the video. I don't mind admitting that. You know, it was like, we could have made the video, but I was in no mood. You know what I'm saying? I was too busy enjoying Frank's company to try to refocus. But he brought over a box of records, and in the box he had a double of this, Julian Cope Fried, which I don't have on vinyl. Now, he had a couple of other doubles of Julian Cope, but they were different. It turned out that this one he had a double of because one has the poster and one doesn't. And I said, well, just sell me the extra without the poster. He hesitated because Frank is a big Julian Cope fan. I'm a huge Julian Cope fan. He has a way more Julian Cope than I do in his collection. He thought for a second, he said this, okay, I hesitate, but I'll do, since you're my good friend, I'll do this. I'll sell it to you for the lowest price you can find it for on the internet. I said, wow, awesome. So I look. Julian Cope is a badass, people. I find copies as much as $36, $45, okay? But then I said, okay, does it just have to be eBay or can I look around? He said, wherever. I kept looking and I found copies for $5. UK copies like this for $5. He sold it to me for $5. Thank you, Frank. I love Julian Cope. That's mainly what I have to show. I have not been listening to a lot of music. I've been going through my archives. I've been working on pieces. I've been kind of strategizing. I've been doing business. I'm ready to get this show on the road with the Bemis. That's one of my business endeavors for today, which is, well, what's going on? I haven't heard nothing from you since the interview. So with that in mind, I haven't been playing a lot of records, and every now and then I'm catching up on a few videos. That's where I'm at right now. Going through my archives, though, I've been discovering that there's a fair amount of work that I've done where I archived it on CD, thinking that I also had it on the computer, and it turns out that I don't. And so I've discovered some more music and pieces of work that I forgot I had done that I'm compiling to look at my next Sonospheres release. Think of it like this. The next one will be Sonospheres 2. If I could have afforded to make a double album of this stuff, that's what it would be like. I'd like to do another one, as well as a musical album, as well as in Dreama. So we'll see what I can get done this year. I think it's 16 minutes. I know that folks don't mind when I go long. I mind when I go long. So I don't want to do long ass videos. I don't. So the last thing I want to do is play one more track from the test pressing of Sonospheres. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play one more track from this so you can hear for yourself what I'm up to. For my new record. Interesting, isn't it? Last thing I'll say is this. I'm not doing an Eno. Oh no. I'm not doing an Eno. I'm not doing a Klaus Schultz. I'm not doing a Vangelis.